Welcome to Supervised Ministry 301. This is your instructor, Steve Googe, welcoming you to the very first session in this class. We're going to talk about what is supervised ministry. Well, in a nutshell, supervised ministry is to help students learn how to minister. So much of theological education is about reading, research, and reports. For much of your educational life, you learned in a passive way. You acquired information, and then you were tested on that material. Having a healthy experience in supervised ministry will help students transition from a passive learner to a proactive learner. Supervised ministry, according to George M. Hillman, says, and I quote, "It comes down to three basic factors: being action-oriented, being relationally centered, and having good horse sense." Close quotes. Supervised ministry is an opportunity to put the classroom lectures into action in a field of service doing real ministry. Well, what will you learn? You will learn 13 characteristics of supervised ministry. You will learn the primary strategies of supervised ministry. You will learn the methods of supervised ministry. Let's take a look at some of the characteristics of supervised ministry. First, it provides opportunities for students to minister in a placement site. It's education directed toward enabling the student to form a fuller understanding of ministry. It integrates the formal theological learning the student has engaged in the classroom with the practical situation or ministry placement site. The student comes to a deeper understanding of their self and their calling in that place of service. It also offers an opportunity to form relationships with a mentor. Your field supervisor will serve as your mentor and model for ministry. Your supervised ministry takes place in the context of an active ministry setting under the supervision of an experienced minister. I hope your field supervisor will become a personal friend and long-time mentor. It affords an opportunity to experience ministry supervision. You will be working under the supervision of this experienced minister, and it will help you to know how to do ministry in a given context. It teaches students how to reflect theologically. As its name suggests, supervised ministry is primarily ministry. It's education with a process whereby the student is asked to reflect upon his or her own practice of ministry. Theological reflection is an important task for all Christians, but it is indispensable for ministers. Ministers must master the Bible in order to reflect readily and ably upon their ministry experiences. It's education that is both personal and experiential. It's personal in that it reaches the point of being your ministry, and it's experiential because you are the one doing that work, that ministry. It is education directed toward enabling students to come to a fuller understanding of practical ministry. Supervised ministry is education that teaches ministers through a process of action and reflection. Every experience of the student has learning potential. Students should focus on their experiences and then reflect on those experiences. In this way, they can improve their skill sets for future ministry. It is real-life ministry encounters. This helps improve future ministry. You will encounter what is called the quote-unquote living document. That is, human beings, not textbooks. Supervised ministry is largely focused on the learner. The actual ministry students provide is very important, but the process of supervised ministry goes beyond that ministry and focuses on the learner and how they can improve and be better if they face a similar situation. The need of the student to grow and embrace a sense of call is the focal point of supervised ministry. It is theological in nature. Supervised ministry is predicated on the need of students and ministers to provide ministry under the direction of the Holy Spirit. Theology is an essential element in supervised ministry because we are constantly looking for ways to apply the Bible's message in practical ministry situations. Supervised ministry is contextual learning. Learning experiences are based in actual ministry events. Supervised ministry is relational. First, it depends upon our relationship with God. Our walk with God begins when we receive Jesus Christ and His free offer of salvation. It continues when a minister is called into the ministry to serve the Lord out of a sense of calling. These two events are testimony to the action of God in our lives. Second, supervised ministry is relational in regard to other people we encounter in ministry. All of ministry is built upon relationships. And it nurtures the student's spirituality. Now let's examine the strategies and methods of supervised ministry. First, it cultivates personal spirituality. Cultivating personal spirituality is of paramount importance for a supervised ministry student. In the demanding and often emotionally charged field of ministry, a strong and well-nurtured spiritual foundation serves as the anchor that sustains and guides the journey of ministry. Personal spirituality not only deepens the student's connection with their faith, but also enhances the capacity for empathy, compassion, and understanding. It provides a source of strength during challenging times, enabling the student to navigate the complexities of human experience with grace and resilience. A cultivated spiritual life serves as the wellspring from which the student can draw inspiration, wisdom, and insight to effectively minister to others. By investing in your own spiritual well-being, you as a student will become better equipped to provide support for other people as well as meet your needs. In other words, you are making an investment in your own future ministry as you cultivate spiritual growth, your personal spirituality. Supervision. Supervision is when you pair an aspiring minister with experienced mentors or supervisors who guide, advise, and provide feedback. Here's another strategy or method of supervised ministry. It's for developing relational skills. For a supervised ministry student, the cultivation of relational skills is paramount because it offers the bedrock of effective and compassionate leadership within a religious community or setting. Developing strong relational skills enhances the student's ability to connect with diverse individuals, fostering a sense of trust, understanding, and empathy. In the realm of ministry, where interpersonal relationships are central to providing spiritual guidance and support, honing these skills becomes so important. A student equipped with robust relational skills can navigate the complexity of pastoral care, communicate with members of the church more effectively, and build a supportive community. Cultivating relational skills contributes to the student's personal growth, encouraging a reflective and adaptive approach to leadership, critical in addressing the needs of a congregation. Overall, the importance of developing relational skills for a student lies in creating a foundation for meaningful connections that can profoundly impact the lives of those that they serve. Learning the art of theological reflection. Emphasizing the importance of reflective thinking and self-assessment in ministry is so important. Encouraging individuals to learn from their experiences and adjust their approaches accordingly is one of the major purposes of supervised ministry. And then learning through ministry events. Placing students in a local congregation or a suitable placement to gain first-hand experience in various aspects of ministry, such as preaching, counseling, and community engagement, is so very important. We learn through ministry events. It's hands-on. It's day-to-day responsibilities that you will be applying in your life, and you will be looking at these not theoretically, but in a practical manner. I hope that this brief introduction to supervised ministry has helped you realize that this is a day-to-day responsibility of a minister being in a ministry situation, and then reflecting on what you did so that you can improve on your ministry in the future. I look forward to this course with you. Let's learn together. This ends the presentation.